Hi guys, hello. All right, we're going to do an intermediate session today, and we're going to have some antennas. If you are not pregnant, ignore those variations, although if you wish to, you're more than welcome to participate in those different exercises. We're going to start with bringing our feet all the way together into that alignment before. Just lift those inner arches up slightly, keeping the balls of your big toes pressed into the floor. We're going to tense those thigh muscles towards the floor. One more of those, tense the thighs. So push the knees towards the back of your room, and then very relaxed. Getting those kneecaps just to soften. Have a tilt, so rolling the pelvis forward, arching the lower back slightly, and then tucking the tailbone under, kind of flattening off that tailbone. So just going to go forward. So however you felt like your knees went a minute ago, just keep them that relaxed. And again, really keep those shoulders relaxed as well. Just try to make the movement just like, it's not going to do you any extra favours in making it go really huge and make the knees bend and the shoulders move. Find a little halfway position, kind of which it is at the moment. Squeeze those sit bones together, just about like 50% of your maximum bum cheek squeeze. And engage the centre through the front area. Just draw those two hip bones together, and using that muscle connection that we know. Soften the rib cage down and relax those arms down both sides. Fantastic. Just pull the shoulders back to the spine, kind of creating a little bit more space between shoulders and ears. And then lastly, just lengthen the back of the neck. You should just draw the chin in towards the chest, just a little bit. Tall posture. And just rock the weight forward onto our toes just a little bit, kind of holding it there. So thinking about 50-50 weight distribution you can, and then very gently, without moving the rest of the body, roll the weight back on the heels, lifting those toes up as well. Fantastic. Keep the weight on those heels. Try to put the little toes down by themselves. Then try to put the fourth toes down, and you can look at the feet if you need to, and then try to go third and second toes down, lift the big toes still in the air, then rock the weight forward. Engage in the centre, let's not lose that connection, and then rock the weight backwards, a little quicker this time. Lift your toes, spread the toes, put them down, and then rock it back 2 more times, just forward and backwards. Just starting to think about that centering, where we are in space. Squeeze the glutes together. And the next time you bring the weight forward, just lift the heels all the way off the floor. We're going to breathe in to lift those heels up, and breathe out to slow lower them down. So breathing in, imagine like the rib cage is going helium rib cage down towards the pubic bone. So breathe in, lift and widen the rib cage like an accordion. As you breathe out, lowering the heels, you're squeezing it all together. Let's go for a couple more of those. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, next one, we're going to stay up there, so take your time and then find that control point. And now only lower down halfway. So just lower the heels halfway and then lifting them up. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out, a kind of breath pattern, and that way you're not going to go too quickly. So only move through an inhale or an exhale. It doesn't really matter again at this point which one you do. Let's just think about the centering. Going up and down only halfway. Just think about the pelvic floor as well. So the eye and wee muscles, just draw those up into the belly button area as well. Stay at the top there, the calf should be just starting to do a little bit of a burn, and we're going to pulse. It's a little, you kind of want to create a little ripple in a puddle under your heel. We're not splashing. Puddle, just a very soft little lift and lower. And then we're going to do something very similar with a bent knee. So we're going to bend the knee, keeping the body nice and straight. It's not a squat, just softening the knees. Then we're going to lift those heels up and then lower those heels. Lift those heels. Again with a breath if you want to. Trying to go slowly up, but really control the way down. Again, we're just keeping those knees bent. Good. And we're going to basically work through in standing, bottom to top. So we're really going to start working as a nice function in the bottom of the body. Fantastic. Okay. So we lift the heels, stay there, straighten up, lower the heels, soften the knees. Lift the heels, straighten the knees, lower the heels. Mini ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To center, squeeze glutes, long back of the neck, rest. Okay, fantastic. Normal squats now. Relax the arms, float the hands up to shoulder height as you sink out on the way down, and breathing in on the way up. So go for 4, breath in, 2, fantastic, 3, 2, equal weight through those heels, and 1. Now we're going to do a roll down, drop the chin to the chest, vertebrae one at a time. Just go as comfortable, as low as you are, go as low as you feel comfortable to do so today. Breathe in, hold the stretch at the bottom. And breathe out into that roll up, keeping the chin, those loop bands, go to where your loop bands are, and you're going to do another roll down to where those loop bands are. You're going to pick up a medium or a heavy today, then come back into the middle. You're then going to step yourself into it. So if you need to sit down, please feel free to do so. If you can, roll down, slowly step in, 1, 2, but again, sit above the knees. Just above the knees, she says, it's all twisted. There we go, and then roll yourselves up. Alrighty, okay, so we're going to go for a little hip twist movement. Squats if you want to, so shoulders back, engage the center. Breathe out on the way down. Now just hold there for a minute, keep your breathing natural. We're going to lift one heel off the floor. Take that knee all the way out to the side, put the heel down, and then lift the other heel. Take the knee out to the side, bring it back, heel down, squeeze the glutes, stand up. No hip movement, okay, keep that level. Let's go, sinking down, lift the heel. You're going to put your hands on your hips, just so you can feel if you're turning and doing something a bit wonky, especially if you haven't got a mirror or something to work with. Let's just go for one more of those on each side, making sure you're happy with that. Okay, and if you haven't got a band, you don't want to use it from side to side. Now, when you put the knee back into the middle and heel down, don't let it get knocked, okay? Really kind of keep a little bit of tension on the band at all times. You're going to, okay, this is all about control of the pelvis. If you start to feel your hips come to lift or twist, just stop, start again, and reset. Shoulders, guys. And when you finish, make sure the weight's on your heels, nice, before you stand yourself up. Fantastic. Keep the hands on the hips if they aren't. A little quarter turn out on those toes. Lift the inner arches up and soften through that knee. So because the knees are a little bit wider, a little bit more tension through the band. We're going to shift the knee of the one that we're standing on, straighten out the other leg. Keep the hands on the hips. We want to really keep ourselves lovely and tall. Use that bend knee to help you. Pull that bend knee out slightly. Really get that bum cheek going. Engage the center. Now we can do some little leg lifts. So at any point you can take the band away. But the aim is moving the body, because of course your hips are going to want to kind of do a bit of lifting like this. You've got to work quite hard. Engage the center. Almost push that hip down whilst you're doing your lifts. All the way. Your standard leg. Don't put your VIP leg on today. Last one. Before you put the heel to the floor, just check the toes are in line. Lovely. And then put the heel down. Bend the other knee. Shift the weight to the same again. Shoulders back. Just some taps. Lovely. Okay, good. Whilst we're here, thinking about pelvic floor. Again, if you need to, take the band away at any point that you need to. It's fine. The neck long. Toe down. Check it's in line. Good. Heel down. Center the weight. Walk it back in. We're not quite finished yet. Roll yourself down. Get the band to the outside. To just above your ankle bone through every movement. Turn the toes out, turn the heels out, quarter turn on the toes. Same again. Bend the knees. Should be a little bit freer. Woo! You should be able to fly. Straighten out that lead, point that toe, shoulders back. This one should be harder to control. So the way up will be fine, but you're kind of going to want to be pulled back to the floor. So let's work strength on the way up, or toe tap. On the way down, kind of make it quite slow and controlled. 4, 3, 2, 1. Check the toes of the line. Beautiful. Head up. Heels down. Both knees bend. Toe. Drop the hip. Make sure we're in line and keep on going with our tap. Same again. Don't let that band kind of yank you back to the floor. Keep that from the band away. It's going to be a bit too much for your hips today. Fine. You're still thinking about the way down and making the way down slower than the way up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And then just drop the weight straight through the center. Flick them off like a pair of knickknacks. Go back to your band pile and pick up your lightest band with a lovely, you can use the same one, but we're going to be doing the upper body now. So we've done the calves, they've been burnt out. We've done the quads with the squats. We've done the hips with this. Now let's start focusing on your wrists. So wiggle it in, wiggle it in, wiggle it in, and set the feet hip distance apart. Engage the center, squeeze the glutes, float the hands up to shoulder height. And then bring that shoulder back. And then the other shoulder forward and back. So we're going to go one at a time. Just setting our shoulder blade position a little bit better. And honestly, no chest rotation and then back. Just one at a time. Just really thinking about that shoulder position. You know, if it's the end of the day for you, and you've been at a desk all day maybe, they're going to be tight, yes? Okay, both shoulders at the same time. Focus on the shoulder blades. The head stays still. All right, next one, round the upper back, drop the chin to the chest, and then just straighten up, lifting the head. Breathe in to drop the chin and reach. Breathing in and breathing out. So even the band, just being around those wrists, and you're holding that in place. She's already starting to work the back of your shoulder. Let's take the band away, just do it. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. So now we're shoulder blade warm. Bend the elbows. Fantastic, guys. Now we're really going to do small open book here. So just keep distance, don't have a little bend, and then gently ease them in again. At any point you need to, you just take that away, okay? Not a problem. Keep on going. Breathe out, close them down. Breathing out to open up. Breathing in to close them down. We're going to do 3 more of these. So it's strength for the shoulder, not rest, guys. Nothing's moving apart from the arms. Now drop the band, take the hands back to that same position, and now we open as wide as we can go. And then breathe in. Breathe, keep on going. But as you breathe out, let's think about the rib cage position. You're breathing out, which means you're gliding those ribs down and off as you breathe out, and kind of let it relax. Open up as you breathe in. 2 more. Breathing out and breathing in. The next one, keep your hands wide. Shoulders up to your ears, then glide the shoulders down, bend the elbows and bring your hands all the way in. Good. So open up the hands, chest stretch. Breathe, then the elbows, bring it in. Last one of those. Just a normal breath pattern, whatever's comfortable for you. Shrug, shoulders down, elbows down, bring it in, straighten the arms, rest ourselves off. Last fingers, drop the chin to the chest, roll the shoulders forward and reach those hands up to shoulder height. Look at the hands. Now breathe in. And your gaze to the ceiling. Breathe in, hold the stretch. Breathe out, circle the arms down. 2 more. Breathe in, hands and head to the floor. Breathe out, hands to shoulder height. Breathe ceiling, take the hands there. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, down. Last one. Breathe in, roll down. Breathing out, hands to shoulder height. Breathe in, hold. Gorgeous, guys. Breathe out, ceiling look. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, chin to chest. Hold for that breath in. Again, just enjoy that back of the leg stretch. Breathe out to bring your hands and knees to the floor, and then just walk yourself forward. Fantastic. Okay, no bands to begin with. I'm going to take you up to level 2, so just be aware that you can stay at this level if you want to. All right, 4-point kneel. Tuck your toes under. Knees hip distance apart. Engage the center of the elbows. And all I'm going to get you guys to do is just float those knees just off the floor as you breathe out. And then lower the knees back down to the floor as you breathe. Slow and controlled. Really aiming to keep that belly button away from the floor. So you're really trying to work and lift very flat. So you're not lifting it and rounding. You're keeping that back beautifully flat. You know your neutral position in 4-point kneel by now. But again, slow lift and lower out in front of you. 1.5 hand positions. But keep your bottom over your kneecaps. Fantastic. Big shoulders. Drop them away from your ears. All right. Then we're going to shoot the back of the neck forward into that full plank position. And very slowly bring the bum back. Lastly, lift the knees. Little float. Stretch forward. Squeeze your bum cheeks. Push the weight backwards. Just hovering the knees. Then lower the knees down. Should only be a couple of inches. Let's keep on going. Go back to level 1. That's absolutely fine. Okay, guys, no pressure to be pushing yourself really hard. Okay, intermediates today, yes. Breathing out to come back. 2 more of those. Breathing out to shoot forward. Breathing in to come back and lower the knees. Last one. Breathing out, lift, coming back and resting. Now walk those hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Relax the toes off. Keeping your bottom in the air, I'm going to get you to drop just in between your middle fingers and then push up through the heel of your hands. Level 1, press up. Breathing out, hairline to the floor and back. Keep dropping your head to the floor. Really think about your breastbone going towards your thumbs and your breastbone really coming up on the lift. Keep on going. Breathe forward, again, 1.5 hand positions. If you want to go to level 2, this time push the weight forward. So the shoulders are back over your wrists and then comes down at the same time as your chest. Breathing out, lower, breathing in, come up. And again, we can keep on going whatever level you're doing. Okay, if you've got any bumps that are getting, the baby is in the way. And frankly, they get in the way for the rest of your life. So, you know, we might as well start now. 2 more at whatever level it is you're doing. When you finish that second, sit back, a little shell stretch. Knees wide if you need a bit of a bump space, and then drop your head, shoulders and arms into the floor. Just rest there for a second. We've got one more thing to do in 4-point kneel. A nice mobiliser into your floor. Drop your left armpit down. Drop the right armpit down. Back through the middle, and then just roll yourself gently back up to 4-point kneel. Okay. Knees and feet back to you. So we're going to take one hand off the floor, we're going to drop it and tuck it and thread it under the other elbow, bend the other elbow, hold down, and then come through. Bring the hands to the shoulder and lift the elbow and your gaze right up to the ceiling. And again, same hand. Breathe in this time as you look up when the elbow goes up. Breathe out to thread. Breathe in to lift. And guys, we're really keeping those, dropping your bum backwards or twisting your bottom around. You could have lost the spinal twist of this, and it wants to be a big twist of the spine. Lovely mobiliser. Make sure you are right in the middle. Breathe in to prepare. Engage the centre and thread under the other arm. Breathing in to look at the ceiling. Breathing out to thread through. 4, 3. Push it through the wrist. 2 more. And again, just rest yourself down. Quick little rest position. All right, we're going to go on to our sides now. So we're going to let the upper body rest for a minute. So have your block, your cushion, whatever it's going to be. Outstretch that underneath. And we want bent knees, okay? So your feet are in line with your bottom, which is in line with your head and shoulders. Bring your top hand onto your top hip. So you want to create that lengthened waist on this one. And then imagining your belly kind of hanging down to the floor. Use those belly muscles to draw up and rib cage sticking out. And then glue your heels together. We're ready to go. Float that top knee up and down. Really small. Clam level 1. We're just engaging the side pocket glute. Okay, Champers, resting on that hip. Do not knock off that glass of Champers. Or what is it called now? No Secco, if you're not drinking. A glass of no Secco will get you all sorts of trouble. Last 2, slowly hips released, stretched away, heels stuck together, top knee lift and lower. Done. So a slightly bigger range than clam level 1, but you're still attempting. You're now tired, so now it's turned into a cup of tea. Your cup of tea's rested on that top hip. You know, you can probably in this position have a little look even, just making sure that when that knee lifts, we're not kind of turning the hip back, pelvic floor. 2 more, slow on the way down, relax the shoulder, relax the head, and then drop those feet in, hand in front. Okay, push up, right. So elbow directly underneath the shoulder, and then just slightly further out, just slightly away from directly underneath the corner of your mat. Top hand on top hip. Now start position-wise, we're going to really lift up, 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 up with that chest, and drop, 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 with all that top shoulder back and down. If you feel like you need to kind of wiggle your elbow around a little bit, now's the time to do it. All right, 2 movements in a side bend level 1. We're going to get that extra stretch. Breathe out, take that hand up. So we're in a really nice alignment. Keep the knees squeezed together. When you breathe in, you curve the spine even more, all the way back, but keep the chest lifted. Breathe in to reset. Breathe out, hands to ceiling. Breathe in, extra stretch, hip lift. Just check those rib cages are still up towards the ceiling. All right, keep on going. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. 3 more. Lovely. Just do the movement nicely with an extra stretch. And as long as you breathe, I'm pretty happy. Okay, just put your hand in front, sit your head side to side. Give it a little roll. Okay. Now back to the middle. Alrighty. Okay, side bend level 1 plus clam together. Okay. Elbow back down again. Now, if you don't want to go up this level, the rest of you, hand long, lift the rib cage, engage the center, breathe in. And as you breathe out, do the same lift, but keep the hand just to the ceiling. Now, top hip lift. Keep on going. 7, 6, lift the hips. 5, lift the ribs. 4, just the knee. 3, engage the center, guys. 2, heels touching. 1, front, and sit yourself up. Beautiful. Hands around, whatever you need to do to be comfortable to get onto your other side. So we need our blocks back and out. that upper arm, popping the block down, relaxing that neck, bend the knees, feet in close towards your bottom, top hand on top hip, soften the rib cage down, heels touching, soft lift, hold it there, just hold the lift here, roll that top hip forward like an inch, and then lower it, okay, now don't move that hip, lift, start with our hip just slightly further back, it's a bit cheating, so if we just start with our hip just a little bit further forward, we're probably about right. 4, nice and slow, 3, good, 2, 1, rest, and then float both those feet up, and neck is truly relaxed. Glue the heels together as you continue at clown level 2. So again, we're just really working that side pocket of your bum, just in this exercise. As long as the hips don't mind being in this range, it's a lovely exercise to do. And again, if you're not in touch. 4, nice, easy breathing. Yeah, 2, and 1. And then rest those feet down. You know what's coming next. Get the block away. Use the hands. Yeah. Hand where it was on the other side as well, please. Top hand on top hip. Push that top hip down and away. Lift that lower rib cage up. Reset the hand if you need to. Alrighty, breathe in, extra stretch. Breathe out back to the floor, but keep the ribs lifted. Fantastic. Breathe in, set. Breathe out, lift. Breathe lower. Breathe in, reset. So because we're going to do the breathe in on the extra stretch, you've got that big open exposed rib. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, reset, breathe in 2 more. Lift up the chest, guys. And roll the neck. Yeah, some of you will be like, my neck is absolutely fine. And some of you will be like, yeah, my neck needs that little rest in between. Let's side by side, do on this side, okay? If you feel like you want to be lazy on this side, don't be hand on hip, lift the rib cage. Shoulders back, proper get a snobby chest, you know, yes, I'm doing as in engage, breathe out, hold. And let's lift and lower, no rotation through that tummy. Yeah, don't think lift and turn to the ceiling. Stretch that hand up to the ceiling. Lift that top hip just a bit more up to the ceiling. Hips are glued together. 3, 2, I think the extra one on this side, never mind, 1, and shoulders back, and then just do a little neck rotation. Okay, now, we're going to our backs now. So if you are pregnant, you're going to go to stand back. We're going to go into some shoulder bridges. Okay, starting off with a level 1, but no hands to support us. So feet, knees hip distance apart, shoulders back and down. Float your hands up to shoulder height, up to the ceiling, and just melt those shoulder blades further down into the floor than they were a second. Backwards tilts, glute squeeze, peel that vertebrae off the mat, one at a time. Stop when the rib starts to come up by itself. One vertebrae at a time. Keep on going, up, down, with a breath. If you are standing, we cut my head off, but you're going to be going for your roll down, starting off, same movement pattern as everybody else, just a different position. So working on spinal mobility, getting that lovely articulate, whichever position you're in, laying on your back or standing, try to move through one vertebrae at a time. Now, if you're on the floor, the neck behind you just slightly, they're going to circle around and then come back down as your bum drops. So we lift the hips, lift the hands behind. Release the glutes, squeeze the glutes. So don't forget our tilt. Don't forget when we tip and squeeze the glutes. If you're in standing, what I'd like you to do is at the top when you roll up and stand up, you lift the hands up and do a beautiful before you go again. Beautiful, guys. Let's go for a couple more. Whichever level you're doing, moving through the spine, circling through the arms, not too big. Relax the neck. Everybody relax that neck. Easy down. And rest your arm on your ball. If you are standing, everybody else, single leg tabletop, please. Now lower that back into the floor. Really work on engaging the center and take the center together. Everybody laying on your back or sitting on your Swiss ball, take your hands again to shoulder height. So we're going to start with just the arm, shoulders back, and start a small circle. Okay, guys, really again, watch that kind of demonstration. It's only quite a small So of a Swiss ball anyway. So whether you're drawing lines on the ceiling or drawing lines in front of you, we're going to work on some breath now. So when the hands go up, we breathe. Nice and simple to start off with, just a breath pattern, okay? Because the next time you breathe out, pull your pelvic floor in, release all the pelvic floor up. Breathe in, release it. 3 more, just like that. Breathing out and breathing in. 2, no pain in the lower back. 1, and just relax the arms down, everybody, and then 1 leg down at a time with 3 double leg tabletops. Take a bit of a breath. Now we're going to get the legs moving as well. I'll demonstrate the seated one in a second. Double leg tabletop. 1. Engage the sets apart, both arms in the air. This time when the arms circle, 1 leg stretches away, arms and legs out. Then circle the arms and stretch, breathing in, come back. Breathing out, arms and legs out, breathing in, arms and legs in. Keep on going. Same upper body circles, just as before. But we're going to be going for a little leg, either a slide and in. So just literally slide, lift, and a circle. Keep on going, guys. So double leg stretch, level, 3, getting harder, but really work on as you panel of your tummy. Guys, your lower back isn't moving anywhere. Imagine that back of the neck. Get it as far away from the longest spine that you can muster by reaching all those vertebrae apart. Press the ribs down. Really squeeze into the breathing in. Just start feeling a little bit of pain and fatigue in your tummy. Nothing in your lower back. And then hug your knees into your chest if you're laying on your back. And then rest if you do here. We're going to go for a little ab prep. So, feet back down again. Sit up tall if you're on the ball. Feet hip distance apart. Fingertips. Lift the elbows just into your side vision. Again, if you're seated, same thing, hands behind your head. Lengthen the back of the neck. So we'll use, now engaging the center. We're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Same if you're seated. And then think breastbone to the knees. So lifting through that chest. We do not move down, head down. So breathing in to prepare. Breathing out to lift the chin, lift the breastbone. Breathing in to lower. But you are really working on not moving that lower back. Chin to chest, breastbone to knees. Uncurl 1 piece at a time. Get the curve through the upper back, but the lower back stays neutral. If you want to make it a little bit harder if you're laying on your back, don't put the head down, float the chest up, breathing in to lower the chest, but the head stays just guided, tucked into the chest. Now everyone keep on going, because as we push down, we bear down, so we've got to use those muscles a little bit more effectively to pull themselves up. Keep yours attached to your spinal stabilizers. So if you think your arm and back's a bit weedy, you've still got to work that pelvic floor as well. It's not just breathing in at your own pace. 2 more. Your tummy again, a little bit of a burn going on, intermediate now, and rest those arms down by your sides. Fantastic, guys. Just take the hands above you seated. Breathe in, just lift the chest, kind of stretch and get as much distance between the ribs and the pubic as you can. And then we're going to allow ourselves down, bringing the hands back on the head for one last thing, because I want to do an extra twist into an oblique prep. Same slightly nodded head. And then as you breathe out this time, shoulder rolls across to the opposite hip bone, and then opens up back to that flat position. Breathing out, shoulder, rib, hip, and back. Breathing out and breathing in. And you really are going side to side. You're not going kind of up and down in between. So if you're in the middle, across through the middle. So you're kind of really twisting through that rib cage. And we're still not moving that lower back. It's just an upper back round. Let's go for 4 more. And when you've done that 4th one, have a very well-deserved rest. If you're laying on, if you're seated, you can do a little standing stretch. You can just sit there and have a lovely couple of breaths and think, oh, thank God that's over. Either way, we're all going to now come to a seated position. Now, if you're on the floor, that's also fine. So roll yourself onto your side, guys. Just safely get yourself to a seated position. We're going to go for some rollbacks, okay? Just a couple. Hip distance apart. If you've got your Pilates ball available, please have that in between your knees now, just to get a little bit of safety, including if you're sitting on the Swiss ball or between the knees. Good. Drop those shoulders away. Fantastic. Hands just in front. Okay, everybody is allowed to do this level. Roll off the sit bones, the mat. Little curve through the lower part of the back, just a little one. Then a reach forward and up with the chest. And now you're going to roll back. So you're going to breathe out, roll off. Breathe in, roll on. Everybody can do that. Whatever level, whatever seated position, if you're on a chair, if you're on the floor, if you're on a Swiss ball, rolling, pulling up the lower back, but also really re-educating that kind of seated position. So where am I supposed to be at the top of this movement? Get the breath. Now roll back, hold it there, squeeze the ball 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then sit yourself up. Good. Roll back. 5, roll forward. It's time. It's just the pelvic, just the pubic, just the pelvis is rolling. Last one. Roll off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll. Go further back with me. Roll off. Now curve the back. Exaggerate the curve. You're still looking ahead. Shoulder relax. 5, squeeze it. 4, 3, 2, and only straighten the back when the shoulders are over the hips. Let's go again. Rolling down. Everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2. With a breath, last 3. Breathe out, roll down. Breathe in through 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you get this big exhale. Lovely. Last one, guys. Breathing at the top, breathing out, roll down as far as you feel comfortable. Through the breath in and rest. Very nice, guys. Cross-legged. If you're seated on the floor, if you're seated on a chair or a Swiss ball, you're still good to stay there. Spine twist to finish. Little breastbone, drop your shoulders down the way, and then again bring that chin just into the chest. Release those knees, let the hips really relax. If you need to, you can kind of put just turn from the breastbone into that spine twist. Come back through the middle. Get a little bit taller, and then go again. Breathing out and breathing in. Good. Breathing out and breathing in. Engage the tummy. Push. Push your breastbone around with your thumbs. Good. 3 more. Really turn the head this time and then look back to the front. Turn the chest, turn the head more. Breath in and rest. Fantastic, guys. Good. Roll on to 4-point meal, please. Just going to get ourselves up to standing. Walk your hands back. Sit back on your, gently stand yourself up now, everybody else. Just go into that little half bend position. Hold for your breath in. Breathe out to roll yourself all the way back up to the top. Shoulders second to the last, and then the head. Rest yourself down. Let's go into our cool down. So we're going to do stretching first. Good. And then just sit back into that stretch. Let the hamstring find a little stretch and straighten. If you need to put your hands on a knee, put it on the bent knee. Don't put a position that you're probably quite comfortable with. Do a forward tilt of your pelvis. So lift your tailbone up to the ceiling and it should be your hamstring. So try to keep that forwards tilt, that tailbone up, pubic bone down for 1 more breath in, breath out. And a gentle stand up. And to bend the back knee, sit yourself down into the stretch. If you need to put your hands on, put them on the bent knee, preferably just on your hips or rested. So arch the lower back, lift your tail up, relax the front toe. Don't lift that front toe up, please, please, please. Engage the center just to support the back if you need it, but push through that tilt. Squeeze the glutes to come back up again. Alrighty, get those feet hip distance apart, relax the arms down. Just going to finish kind of a little mobility through the spine again. Arm down into a side bend, and then just kind of fold, ragdoll, stroke down the outside of that leg, swing to the middle, and then roll up in a straight line. Don't go up. Circle the other shoulder, taking it down to the side. Good, stroke down the outside of the leg, swing to the middle. Roll, breathe in, shoulder roll, breathe out to the floor, breathe in and breathe out to lift the head. Breathe in, floor. Breathe in, get halfway. Breathe out, get to the top. Now breathe in, circle the arms behind you and up. Breathe out, breathe out, relax the shoulders. Breathe in, reach the arms and shoulders up. Breathe out, shoulders and hands come down. One more, and breathing out. Breathing in, shrug. Breathing out, release. Good. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, circle. Bend the knees with the hands. Poke into a side stretch and reach up to the ceiling. Hand just to the outside of the knee, no further than that. Breathe in, hold. Now circle. Hand in front, breathe out. Look, breathing into the ceiling. Last one, breathing out. Breathing in, reach the hand, guys, up. Breathe out, just stand up. Sink into that. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out. First bit of the circle, breathe in, up. So you're looking at your hand, okay, you're following the hand with your gaze, breathing out, guys, and then nice and gentle up here. Good, okay, last bit on the shoulders, float the hands up and just pop them down into your back pockets. We're going to reach one shoulder by blade and breathing out. Now look at that hand, so shrug the shoulder, look up as you reach, and then look forward as you relax that shoulder down. Good, look up, reach and shrug the other. So really rib lift. And down, look forward, good. Look at the hand, rib lift, and down. Now let the heel come up as well. So you're on the floor, last one. Reach up, heel up, ribs up, breathe in, and down. Turn the palms to face the front. Take the hands behind and circle. Beautiful, guys, really nice. Look at those feet, double check they are hip distance apart and the inner border is running parallel. 2 shoulder rolls, just through shoulders. Lovely, guys. 2, turn with the head. 1, 2, and then chin to chest. Sweep the chin along the collarbone. 1, 2. Look ahead. We're going to finish with one more roll down. We're going to make this the most bendy pull. Heels glued to the floor. Imagine you've got a string of pearls glued to your back. Only drop through one of those pearls at a time. Look up at your belly button. Go as low as you feel comfortable, relax the knees, and on the way up, you're still going to restack one pearl at forward. Now guys, come on, restack through one little piece of your back at a time, and then even the neck comes up through this tiny breath in the top here, opening that rib cage nice and wide, and as you breathe out, soften the rib cage, pull that pelvic floor up, and relax. Fantastic, guys. Nice, and if not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.